G'day folks, it's Admiral Revan here. Hope you're all doing well and welcome my friends. It has been an interesting 2nd of February 2022. 2 years ago, and back in 2020, I started streaming officially on Twitch on a more regular basis for World of Warships and have been pretty busy ever since then in growing this community for everyone to see. And I have to say a big thanks to everyone for supporting me and for what I've been doing, putting me on the right track and everything. And honestly, it has been a fantastic experience overall. And overall, I can say this is that a big thanks to Wargaming, the community contributors, the content creators, the people who have made this possible, and of course, my mod team and everyone else behind the scenes. There have been a lot of people behind the scenes as well as in front of it, have been putting a lot of soul and effort into it and helping me out and making this community grow. And honestly, it has been a great success to get to where it is now. It's slowly getting there, and on a positive note, we are making good progress. The stream anniversary and my birthday stream is coming up this weekend on the 5th and 6th of February. Now, it's going to be held after 7 p.m. Brisbane time. So basically, come around about then, and you'll start tuning in for some awesome, stream opportunity for some giveaways and other things that is going to make you happy. Honestly, I think you're going to love it. It's going to be a great experience overall, and I think it's going to be one of those things that you're really going to have a great night with friends. And yeah, honestly, overall, I think there'll be no regrets. So I'm going to do a lot of resting between now and then in preparation for this. My CC application is already in for World of Warships, and everything is going well at this stage. Honestly, from the last time I've spoken to Bogsy, it seems good. Just putting it out there, it seems good, but I can't assume yet. So we're gonna make sure everything goes well this weekend. So anyhow, regardless of which, I know that Wargaming will show up at some point, and it'll be great to see them. But I think they'll be most likely lurking in the background, observing what we're going to be doing. And if they love what we're doing, hey, it's more important about them enjoying themselves more than anything else. So we're gonna put on a good show. That's the main thing. So thank you very much, everybody, for the 2 wonderful years. Now, we're going to start talking about in regarding to the next 6 months journey in World of Warships. Honestly, there's been a couple of new articles that came out, but the World of Warships stream came out not too long ago, and they officially started talking about the future of World of Warships for the next, 6 months. Now, honestly, it's interesting to see how things are panning out at this stage. But at this point in time, there has been some changes in 11.0 with the test ships in terms of their firepower, dispersion, detectability range to HE shells, main battery guns, pretty much everything, torpedo tubes and the whole works. Some of it has been good and bad. But overall, from what I'm reading for the Italian destroyers, it looks actually pretty good in terms of the Dido, Delna, and Delny, and the Sebastopol. Very, interesting outcome for all those ships, actually, I have to say. So, the road map is coming out for 2022, and when you go to the main homepage of the website for Asia, EU, or NA, you'll be greeted with an article like this, the roadmap for 2022. So I would recommend go ahead, click on the roadmap 2022 icon, the icon, and it will show you this article. Now, you know about the lunar event and also the Pan Asian cruises and a few other things that's been going on. So it's basically, when you click on this category, it does explain in depth. So there has been some symmetric battles going on as well, and people are very curious about that. See how they're going to get rewarded. Don't forget that the Prescient and the Delny are coming out soon in 11.1, replacing the Grover Corvus and the Carros. And honestly, for newcomers, it's a better match for the rest of their respective branches from the viewpoint of progression and gameplay. So you can actually check out and read that article in more depth about this, and honestly, it'll be interesting to see how things pan out with the pressure and the Delany changes. So definitely, we will definitely see how things pan out with that. There is some good rewards and also a possibility of getting the camouflage out of it, and also the ship will be refunded to you if you already have it in port. So it'll be interesting. So let's have a look. Looks like the lunar year events have been pretty good this year so far, which is nice to see. The dirigible derby. It's going to be an interesting construction point for the airships, which is going to be pretty good. Speaking about airships, it's going to be similar to like convoy mode, where you're going to have escort the ships. Well, your ship should be escorting the airship to its destination. In theory. That's pretty interesting though. And yeah. So it's gonna be pretty good, man. Pretty good. Spring sales are coming out soon, so definitely it's gonna be an interesting setup. It looks like that there will be some more Italian ships coming out, which are destroyers that we looked at the dev blog beforehand. There's gonna be a second branch of French cruisers coming out soon, which is gonna be interesting. So Vive la France, more croissant, yeah. Well, it sounds like a possibility. Super ship testing turns to be a success and returns good results. So it's actually pretty interesting though, just by looking at it. Yeah, it's actually going to be an interesting outcome. That's for sure, just by reading it. Submarine testing will resume. The fate of the new ship type will depend on the test results, which is actually pretty interesting. It's still fun of amusing that it took the subs away, and now they bring it back in again. Alright. Just by looking at it, the Rogue Wave event has me intrigued. A post-apocalyptic world where scavengers who crawl the desolate ruins of once a flourishing civilization, which is now a war zone. The time where every warships of those unfortunate have enough to survive the cataclysm. So that's actually going to be interesting. New mode called Sea Battle that's coming out soon, which is going to be pretty cool. I mean, I have to admit it's actually pretty interesting. Offer a new way to obtain various rewards. The rules are simple. You play play on a 2-day ruler grid that holds each player's fleet of ships. Your mission is to seek and destroy enemy ships and earn various bonuses and rewards along the way. Yeah. Okay. That's different. That's different. But I think that's pretty good. The arms race, I always loved the arms race. It's a great experience there. Glad they're bringing that back in. The dockyard, on the other hand, it's a bit of an interesting story. The Pan American battleship Atlantico. It's gonna be one of those new ships that we have to grind and get. It should be good, I think so, at least. So we'll just see how things pan out. What else is there? Training combat missions. Uh, a chain of simple missions that will focus on different game mechanics consecutively. It will help new players to groups with a base knowledge of the game and take their intent to the first steps in it. Yeah, it's actually going to be interesting, that's for sure. There's a new map on the vote at the moment, so that's actually going to be pretty good. Wow, that's the results. I have to say that's actually pretty full on. But this is actually something I'm really glad. The ships, Great Britain, one of the mightiest naval powers of the world, is expecting reinforcements. The new branch of British battleships will feature warships that are historically classified as battlecruisers. Now that is interesting. So I think wargaming is taking things to a whole new level. Like, for example, that the Germans have these fast built dreadnought class warships that seem to be like a cruiser, but they can do torse, can do hydro, and they can maneuver pretty quickly. So yeah, that is interesting. Game events. We return to convoy mode. Should be good. This should be good. But Independence Day, it's like we'll keep a good tradition and join the 4th of July celebrations. Plans are already on the table. Update on the models of US destroyers. That's interesting. There has been some discussion about the improvements of it, but that's actually not bad. The game itself has actually become a lot better now than what it was before. So that's actually a good step in the right direction. Yeah, just by looking at this, I definitely can tell that there's going to be a lot of good things coming our way in the future. Wow, okay. There's a lot of things going on in World of Warships, and I hope that Wargame will stick to it. But they haven't mentioned much about operations. Operations are coming back. So that is the plan at this stage. When and where it's going to happen, I don't know. But they have been talking about it for a little while, so we have to be patient a little bit longer. Just by reading this a bit more in depth, I think it's actually looking pretty good. Yeah, it is. Hmm. Unreal. Just by looking at it, it's actually pretty straightforward. So this is the best battle second stage results. It'll be interesting in the near future. So yeah, it's actually pretty good. I think it's pretty good just by looking at it and reading it. Yeah. So I think and moving ahead with this, that Wargaming has an interesting set in stone plan for the next 6 months. Let's just hope they keep their promises and keep up to it. That's the main thing. That is the main thing. I think that is what we need right now. That Wargaming to lift up their game and keep going at it. So it's a start in the right direction. That is my thoughts and impressions about it, really. Because like I can appreciate what they're trying to do with the arms race, as well as the dockyard, but the asymmetric battle, if it's restricted to tier 10 only, then I can join it, no worries. But yes, I think just by reading on it, it's a bit of a 50-50 scenario. So we'll see. We'll see. Okay, folks, I'm going to call it there. But thank you for tuning in. And I hope you're having a wonderful day. Stay safe out there. And take care, legends. I will see you definitely on the weekend. Thanks again for the follows, the subscribes, the donations and everything. Hope to see you there this weekend. Until then, stay safe and take care. And we shall see you on the next stream.